Hey guys, welcome to the Clara Aviation website. Right now you're on the JADE page, which is the Jet Acquisition Decision Evaluator. I didn't come up with the name. Of course, AI did. AI also built this tool, but I had to iterate it for about 9 months, which is why I'm not releasing it to the services. I know you'd want to play around with it, but the problem is, if you've played with AI, you know it gets you about 85% of the way there, but it's the 15% is the rest of the journey that creates the most amount of value. I still need human touch. I'm a non-pushy sales guy. There are 4 ways to fly privately: charter, jet card, fractional, whole ownership, and there isn't a tool out there that explains what to do. So I went ahead and built it. We will use this. If you book a Zoom call with me, you might just skip this video and just say, all right, let's figure it out, because I know I need a write-off, or I don't need a write-off. Maybe I should just charter. You don't know. This is a great place to start. It'll take me 10 minutes to meet you and whatever. I'm going to go through so you can just see what it looks like. And then if you want to book a call with me, great. Okay, we are in JADE right now. So I went ahead and preloaded this because it's a bit of a too long, didn't read. Okay, listen, if you don't put in good inputs, we're not going to get good outputs here. Minimum size aircraft is where I start thinking about, all right, which aircraft do we want to go after? Let's say it's a super mid. You already know you've flown on a G200 or a Falcon 2000 or a Challenger 300 or whatever. Where are you based? I'm based in Fort Worth. If we are going on 2 trips a month, 24 days, flying about 2 hours every time that we get in the bird. Typical destinations are in the US. I always tell my clients, if you're going to the Mediterranean, maybe that one time in this, just charter, or even better yet, just fly first class Emirates, okay? If you really want to buy a jet for that one time, fine. But I typically represent clients who don't throw money into a stiff breeze. Happy to do it though. We can sell you a Gulfstream. That'd be great. Typical number of passengers, I'm going to say 6 because we're expecting our 4th kiddo any day. And we might fly, with a grandparents or a nanny or, whatever. Typical baggage amount, normal, 1 to 2 a person. Are you a golfer? Yes, I literally asked this because I'm a golf sicko, okay? Trip type, long stays, typical little day trips maybe. We'll say a blend of both, actually. Are we stopping multiple times in one day? Rarely. Travel, we're going to go both business and pleasure, okay? Buying a jet is more than just a financial decision. Obviously, it saves you time, but there are multiple ways to fly privately, and based on how you like to fly and how you like to structure your life, we may be buying a jet or we may be chartering or doing fractional, and it has literally nothing to do with finances. So this is where I get into the psyche, okay? If you're the type of person who likes to control most of the details, doesn't have a team that's, booking everything for you, you want a predictable experience, pay for what you need, you don't need a flight attendant, you're not entertaining people, I will say, a flight attendant on the private jet is the little kiss or cut. That's a Tiger Woods reference there. It's a chef's kiss for sure. But do you need that person on salary to get your drink? Some people would just say no. Payment structure, I like sunk costs and then I can just enjoy it. I like fixed cap rates. I fly nonstop. Private aviation's already pretty incognito. I don't need a crazy low profile. Most people are low profile that fly privately. That's why they do it. But there are ways to really, really make sure that no one knows you're flying privately, which happy to set you up with. This is where we get fractional charter. This is where it's all right, functionally, how are you going to be using the jet? Minimum lead time before departure or booking flights. If you know you got to be somewhere and you got to be picked up in 4 hours. There are only certain operators. Either you own the jet or maybe it's NetJets. Okay, so this is certain things that we need to know. I know my schedule well in advance. I'm selling a lot of guys jets over the past 2 or 3 years that don't do pop-up trips. They know their schedule pretty well in advance. Okay, your plan's likely to change rarely. Peak days, yes, you can be flexible to avoid those. You're ever going to fly one of your kids unaccompanied? People have different rules for that. Do you ever need more than one aircraft at the same time? You buying corporately? Do you need to move teams, players, CEOs, multiple people in different days or on the same day, but obviously different departure places? You might need more than one bird at the same time. Do you need a different upgrade or downgrade depending on the size of your need? Obviously, you're getting into a fleet there. Fixed or cap rates with guaranteed availability versus dynamic pricing. This way you're not getting the holiday surcharge and all of that stuff. Enclosed lavatory, I'm going to go ahead and say yes, just because that's what my wife would prefer. Guaranteed Wi-Fi, yes, especially if you're going to put this on charter. Almost every single operator I know is putting Starlink in their new birds. So if we wanted the option for resale value or to put it on charter, or you just like flying with Wi-Fi, you don't like to be unconnected, this is where we're going. Have you ever used a provider before? Yeah, well, I've flown almost all of them. I'll just go ahead and say AirShare because I like them. Would you use those companies again? Sure. Open a smaller boutique operators? Yep. Timeline, end of the year. Anything else? I've got a big dog, German Short-Haired Pointer. It's a good boy. Do you need a tax deduction this year? Let's go ahead and say yes. Let's say you're selling your company this year. You've got a big offset you need. It's going to be about 15 million bucks. Would you allow your aircraft to be chartered while you're not using it? If you're buying an aircraft for 100% bonus depreciation, you need to qualify for 100% business use, obviously. We set that up and structure that for you. But if you're only flying 50 hours a year, like birds can fly 600 and 900 more hours with the right operator and the right structure. So if you're okay with that, let's do it. And I introduce, advise, audit, interview all the management companies, your bankers, your aviation tax consultants. I've got the whole package. So this is where it's good to have sort of a dialogue. Contact information. Boom, let's get the results. Whole aircraft ownership. All right, even though you're flying 50 hours a year, because of your tax write-off needs, it's probably best for you to do whole aircraft ownership, again, with caveats. Buying a private jet can be the worst financial decision that you ever make in your life. And I'm not, maybe that's reverse psychology here to get you to buy a jet. I'm not pushy. I'm just letting you know. We need to make sure that we're putting in the right ecosystem. Just because you fall in love with a Piaggio jet, has anyone ever heard of a Piaggio? Doesn't mean it's the best jet for you. Yeah, that's basically it. That's JADE. So if you want to go through JADE, I'm not terribly hard to get a hold of. We can set up a Calendly link. I am expecting my fourth kid here any day now, depending on when you're clicking on this video. 10, 15 minutes, we'd love to meet you. All right, so drop us a line. Look forward to hearing from you.